I didn't exactly have a video planned for today, but I just watched a movie on Netflix directed by McG, and we need to talk about this! So The Babysitter, as I said before, is a Netflix original film that's directed by McG and is about a kid who, let's face it, he's an outsider. He's picked on by pretty much everybody at school. He has one friend who he holds near and dear to his heart, and he has a babysitter. And may I add, this babysitter, whose name is B, is Hugo Weaving's niece, and she's not only a really good actress, she is one of the most attractive women I've ever seen in my life. Seriously, whenever this girl was on screen, I was so distracted. But anyway, back to the plot. So this kid pretty much has the coolest babysitter ever. She takes him out on adventures, they watch really exciting and cool movies together, and they have a lot of fun when his parents are gone. Only thing is, there's a dark undertone to B, because one night the kid's friend suggests that he stay up to find out what babysitters do whenever everybody has gone to sleep. And when he does this, he gets a little bit more than he bargained for, because B is a member of a certain group of high school teenagers in a cult who have already sacrificed one person and now are on a hunt to try to find this kid and sacrifice him for some kind of satanic ritual. This film is complete guilty pleasure fuel. Is the movie good? I don't necessarily think so. The dialogue and a lot of the performances are complete garbage, but so much stuff happens in this movie. It's insanely fun to watch. But granted, besides the guilty pleasure aspect of the film, there are some good elements. For instance, this film has a pretty stellar cast. Like I said before, Hugo Weaving's niece in here, and it looks like his acting genes carried on to her, because she does a really good job. There are certain elements in this film where, although you realize she's a psychopathic killer in some sense, there's enough to her character to make you latch onto her and care about her. Stephen Amell, Arrow himself, his brother Robbie is in here, Bella Thorne's in here, that really crazy Asian girl from the Pitch Perfect movies is in here, and let me tell you, she makes her character from the Pitch Perfect movies seem tame. And all the kid actors in this movie, particularly the main one, it's not a Stranger Things level of performance by any means, but he does a really good job. And like I said, this movie is a blast. From the dialogue to everything that was happening in this movie, I realize that this movie is probably not very good, but it is insanely entertaining. There's an entire part of this movie that focuses on the fact that Bella Thorne got shot in the boob, and while I will consistently say it was immature, it was entertaining. Nonetheless, all the crazy stuff that happens in this movie had me rolling over in laughter. There is one scene in particular. It involves a firework, bug spray, and a cellar grate. Trust me, if you watch the movie, you will know what I'm talking about. However, although I will admit that I had a blast watching this movie, it is not for everybody. In almost every aspect, this movie is completely over the top, completely gratuitous. You know, I'm not exactly sure what it was, but there was a part of this movie, be it the performances or the dialogue or just stuff that was happening on screen, it did remind me of Scream a bit. Every little aspect of this movie got me excited to watch what was going to happen next. And although I've never really been the biggest McG fan, I will admit that his particular style works for this movie. The extreme amount of fun, high-octane, Red Bull, adrenaline-inducing rush that this movie gave me leads me to say that The Babysitter is a good casual watch. And trust me, just like Scream, this movie is better if you got a group of people there to watch it with you. But as always, it is what you guys say that matters. So have you had a chance to see The Babysitter? And what did you think of it? More importantly, what is your favorite all-time Netflix original film or series? Whatever it may be on your mind, leave it down below so we can get a conversation started. And if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right there and subscribe and become part of the fray of nerds who love cinema. You all have a fantastic day.